So that's the recognition feature, and we'd certainly encourage you to use that as frequently as possible. Now we'll go back. I said I'd skip over the goals and results reviews and come back to that, where we're going to come back to it right now. So if I click on goals, this will take me to my goals homepage, and anytime I click on the goals button, it will take me to the most recent goal period that we're in. So right now we're in the fiscal year 16 eMERGE goal setting and results review. That's the process that we're in right now, and I'm in the track goal progress. So I could scroll down and I could actually review my goals and see if I'm on track with them. I could make some changes to them if I wanted, or I could click on the drop down and then look back at previous periods of goal setting. So if I wanted to look back at fiscal year 15, I could certainly do that and review my goals from that year. I could click on the drop down and get back to the current year, and it would take me to the part of the process I'm currently in. So right now we're in track goal progress. If I wanted to make any changes, I would simply scroll down into the goals and make the changes that were necessary. So now I'm going to click back on the home page and go to results reviews, and the same thing is going to happen. When I click on results reviews, it goes to the results review page, and it takes me to the most recent results review page that's been completed. So I'm on the eMERGE individual contributor final review page. I could go and look at the mid-year check-in for fiscal year 16. I could go back to the 2014. Any period of time in which there was a results review that was completed, I can click on that results review button, click the drop down to bring up the options of what I want to look at, and it will give me all of the information and everything that I've been through. So it will show what the assessments were. I can go through and read all that information. It's a way that I can just scroll through and toggle through and see where I was at what point. So it's sort of a historical view, and if I was currently in a process, so if I was launched into the fiscal year 16 results review process, that's where that would show up as well. So back to the home page, and we're going to continue down on the left-hand side. The next piece is the My Team widget, and this again shows you your team. And you can click through, just like in the org chart when we looked at that, you can click on the green arrows either up or down to view people's direct reports or their leader and navigate throughout the institution that way. You'll also notice the little business card, I guess, for lack of a better term, next to each of these individuals' names. Well, if I click and want to see their profile for those individuals, what I'll see is their name, their title, their department, their work phone number, and then email. And I can click on the email to bring up Outlook and send them an email right from that. That's all the information that people will get if they found me in searching through the My Team, if they navigated that far and found me, or if I navigated far enough and found you. All I'd see is just basically the same things that you can find on InfoScope: name, title, department, phone number, and email. Continuing down left-hand side, we do have some job aids that are available. Now, these are available on InfoScope. They're on the eMERGE page. And because they are on InfoScope and they're linked from InfoScope, you do need to be logged into the MCW network to access them. And these job aids simply will take you through really any step within the process. So we have how do you view and create journal entries, send and view recognition notes. If you scroll down, this is all about goals right now, and there will be some for results review as well. If you need a job aid on how to complete the results review, those will show up here. So step-by-step, click-by-click instructions with illustrations. They show the icons that you'll see. They'll tell you exactly where to go and what to do on those different fields, and you'll be able to click on those links if you're logged onto the network and access those at any time on the network. Continuing down a little bit more, we have the Explore widget, and this is really all about the system itself. So there's some application training, there are some frequently asked questions and different tips about the application here. There's also a short video that's called About the Talent Profile, which is a video tutorial. Now, we were able to customize some of the training and FAQs and tips to specifically meet what we at MCW are using the eMERGE system for. If you go into any of those links or watch the talent profile, one thing is that it's actually originally built by PeopleFluent. Again, that's the company that powers the eMERGE system. They built the system. If you watch the talent profile or go into those different trainings and tips, you might see some information about different widgets or different parts of the system that we don't utilize currently simply because they don't make sense for us at this point, or we're not rolling those pieces out yet. So I'd encourage you to look at either the About the Talent Profile tutorial video or the application training or frequently asked questions and tips areas. Just know that you might see some things that we're not currently utilizing. So going up on the right-hand side, then you will see the goals area. And right now, what I see are the goals for the department in which I'm in: Finance and Administration and Human Resources. So I can see the different goals that we have set within Human Resources. And if I wanted to click to see a little bit more information, I certainly could do that by clicking on the little glasses icon. Anytime you see that glasses icon, it basically means, hey, if you want more details, click on the glasses. So for instance, here I could see the goal details, and I can see the name, the description, and then I can also see to which institutional goals this is aligned, and it's aligned to all 3 of the institutional goals. So I can see those right from that view as well. If I click close and let's say that, you know what, instead of the HR goals, I really want to see more about the institutional goals. So I clicked on the little drop down next to Finance Administration, Human Resources, and then I can select the Medical College of Wisconsin. From there, now you'll see view goals for the Medical College of Wisconsin, and then I can see that it's culture, engagement, and stewardship and strategic growth. And again, if I wanted more details about those, I could just click on the little eyeglasses, and then I'm brought up to the page where it gives the description of the goal, name, and category again. So close out of that, and to switch back to the Human Resources goals, click on the drop-down, click on my division, and then it brings me back to what the divisional goals are. Moving up, again, we have my development activities. In this area, we noticed in the talent profile that there was an area where you could add development activities. Same thing here. You can click Add to add any development activities you would like to add to your homepage so that every time you log in, you see those. You also have the opportunity when you're actually going through goal setting or going through the results review process to add development activities that are specific either to a goal that you've set or to a dimension that you are being assessed on in the results review. So let's say that one of your goals is, I want to become more proficient in Microsoft Excel. Well, you might add a development activity then that is, take one of the programs that we offer for Excel, either Excel for Beginners or the Excel refresher on pivot tables and VLOOKUP. You know, whatever development activities that you are going to complete your goal, you can certainly add those to the My Development Activities widget simply by adding them and then adding the title of the activity that you're going to complete. Those will all show up in your dashboard right here under My Development Activities until you complete them, until you mark them as completed. They will show up here. They'll also show up with a due date, so the name of the activity and then a due date will be over here on the right-hand side. Once the due date has passed, that will appear in red so that you know, oh, I'm past that date when I wanted to do it. You can go in and edit and change the due date if you want, or you can mark it completed. You could delete it, whatever you need to do. It's an area where you can just add the things that you want to complete to make sure that your goals get complete. Or again, you can just add things that maybe don't have to do with your goals. Perhaps you just want to attend a training on any topic, and really what you want to do is just go to that training to enhance your skills and have more tools in your toolkit. We'll just add that to your My Development Activities. Doesn't necessarily have to be a goal, doesn't have to be a dimension you're working towards. You can simply just add that, and that is absolutely fine. The last one that we're going to look at then is the My Tasks widget. And this, again, is similar to if you click on the task list. This is the My Tasks, where everything that you'll need to complete within the eMERGE process is listed right here. Welcome to this video demonstration giving you an overview of the eMERGE Talent Management System. First thing that we're going to go over today is how to log into the eMERGE system. From InfoScope, you have the main page. On the right-hand side, you'll see a couple of boxes. The first one on the right is Working, and just below that is Systems Logins, and this has icons for the different systems that you would use at MCW. On the top row, second from the right, is Emerge. When you click on that, it will open up to your dashboard page. Now, if you haven't logged into Emerge previously, what you'll use is your MCW username and password. So whatever you use to access your email or unlock your computer in the morning, that is what you would use to log into Emerge. It is part of the single sign-on system, so if you have difficulty signing in, you'll want to contact the help desk here at MCW to reset your password and get you back into the system. When you do log in, you'll come to your dashboard, and typically this is the dashboard page you'll see. If you do want to make a change and land at a different page, you would click on the little drop-down arrow next to the icon in the top right-hand corner, and you would be able to set your login screen, your landing page. However, this is most common. You'll be able to get to any of the areas within Emerge that you'll need to from landing right on this dashboard. So we're going to go over a few things in this video demonstration. We'll go through everything that's on the dashboard, including all of the different widgets that you see in front of you, as well as diving in a little bit deeper into some of the quick links. The first thing that I want to point out to you is you may get a yellow bar that comes across the top of your screen when you first log on. And the yellow bar might say something, especially if you're using Google Chrome or maybe Firefox as your Internet Explorer. It might say something like the browser that you're using is not supported by PeopleFluent. PeopleFluent is the name of the company that actually powers Emerge. That's who built the site. If you get that yellow bar, there will be a little X way over in the corner on the top right that you can just click on to get rid of the bar. And the reason I say that is because we haven't found any functionality that is not available within the system, even if you're using one of those browsers that's quote-unquote not supported and brings up that alert. So feel free to just X out of that. If there is ever a situation where you feel like there's something that you're not seeing that perhaps you should be seeing, you're not able to navigate in a certain way, definitely contact the talent development team. To start off with, we're going to go to this top bar right here. You can see the MCW and Emerge logos. Right next to that is a house or a home icon. This top bar will appear no matter what page you're on in Emerge. So if at any point you want to come back to your dashboard or your home page, you can just click on that home button. The next button you'll see is the menu. You can click down on the menu to get to a few different areas. The dashboard that you see there is the page that we're on right now. That's the My Dashboard. My Team will give you a link to an organizational chart. You can also click on Goal Management, Results Reviews, or Talent Profile. And we'll dive into each of these a little bit more in depth as we go through the quick links. You can also click on Org Chart, and that will show you a chart of the organization. You can use this to actually view where you are. You find your name in the org chart here, and then if you want to navigate up, down, wherever you'd like to, you just click on one of the arrows. So you can see that Katie Gruskowski, if I click on the drop down, I'll see the individuals who report to her. When I click back up, I'm back to her team and see her peers. And then if I want to see who the leader reports to, I can click up and see that leader's team. So you can click all throughout the institution and be able to see where you fall on the org chart. So from here, to get back home to that dashboard page, all I'm going to do is click on the home button. Now we are looking at the screen of a leaders, so you'll notice a difference. First of all, this is the yellow bar that I was talking about. You're using a browser that is not currently supported by PeopleFluent Talent Management. That you can just X out of. I use Google Chrome as my internet browser. Feel free to just X out of it. We haven't found any functionality that is not available while using that browser. So feel free to just close that out. You'll be fine. So you notice that as a difference. The other difference is that there's this new widget called Status of Active Processes. And what this widget allows leaders to do is see where anyone on their team or anyone over whom they have some sort of responsibility is in any given process. So right now what this says is display count for my team. So these are the individuals who report directly to the leader, and the process is the fiscal year 16 Emerge goal setting and results review mid-year check-in interim evaluation. So this is just that mid-year check-in piece. The two individuals that report to this leader have completed the process. If I would click on that button, that number 2, it would bring up the names of the individuals, and if I wanted to see details, I could click on the details and go right into that form and see where we are in the process. I could also, as the leader, click the little box that's next to the name and then either print to PDF or print to Word if I wanted a hard copy of that completed assessment. Now, if they weren't completed, one of the actions there would be to send a reminder, and I could certainly do that as the leader as well. You also have the opportunity to say, all right, I'm going to do all employees in my areas of responsibility or my direct and indirect reports. Now, most leaders will have my team and my direct and indirect reports. Those are the individuals that are on their team and also those who report directly to the direct reports of the leader. The all employees in my areas of responsibility. Now, if there is a dotted line relationship or a leader has sort of a matrix relationship to someone, that's when this all employees in my areas of responsibility will show up. So I'm just going to click on that one to bring up everyone who reports up to or up through this individual. And then I'm going to change the process. So instead of looking at the fiscal year 16 goal setting, I'm going to click down and look at, all right, let's look at the individual contributor final eval, and we're actually going to look at this for last year. So I click on that process, then I can see we have 0 in the faculty and staff nominations piece, 0 in the leader nominations. So the bar goes through all of the different steps in the process. And then I can see where everyone is, and I can see there's one individual who's completed the process. If I wanted, I could click on that number and then see where they were, look at the details. If there was a number in any of the rest of these, I could click on that, just send a reminder to that person that they need to complete whatever task it is. So that is the biggest difference between what the dashboard looks like for an individual contributor as opposed to a leader. The next icon there is the task list, and there are a couple of areas where you can see the tasks that you need to complete. One is in the My Tasks widget, which you can see on the right-hand side of the dashboard. The other is right here on top. You can click on the task list, and it just brings up all of the tasks that you need to complete. This is especially helpful for leaders who might have so many tasks that they don't all show up in this widget right here, which is the My Tasks. This will show 5 tasks that you need to complete. So again, for leaders, they likely will have more than 5 tasks at a time, depending on how large their team is. They might want to utilize the task list. For most of us, though, who don't have individuals reporting directly to us, we won't have more than 5 tasks at a time to complete, typically. So just looking right in the My Tasks is totally fine. So what I'm going to do is actually go through the different widgets that are here, and then I'll come back up around to the quick links, and we'll start with the walkthrough of all of the icons within the quick links. So we do have quick links. There's a My Team widget, job aids. There's an Explore widget, which is all about the eMERGE system. Then going up from the right-hand side, we have goals, development activities, and tasks. So the first one that we're going to look at is the quick links widget. And within quick links, you have several options of areas to look at. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the talent profile. If we click on talent profile, this is an area where individuals have an opportunity to store information or record information that speaks directly to their development or their hopeful development here at MCW. So right on the welcome page, it indicates that it really is a portal designed to highlight your talents, experiences, and career interests. It's an opportunity to share what you've done, where you'd like to be in your career, and you can participate by providing whatever information that you would like. If you want to, you can actually attach a resume or other attachments right to the Resume and Attachments feature. You can also view your personal information, which contains your name, your employee ID number, your current organization, your role, those types of things. Current position and organization has the same type of information. It tells what role that you're in currently and in what department. Work history will give all of your work history at MCW. So you can see the internal positions. It will show what you did when, how long you were in that role, and what the hierarchy was. And if you do upload a resume, the previous work history will pull into this previous work history field. If you don't upload a resume but would like to add that information, you certainly can simply by clicking the Add button. And again, this is available for you to simply track what you've done previously and highlight maybe where you'd like to go in your career. We also have the Education and Skills section. Now this will populate if you do upload a resume, or you can add in any education you'd like to, any licenses and certifications, other skills and trainings that you have and have completed. So anything that you want to update in terms of your background, you can certainly do that right here within this system. The Results Reviews button, when you click on that here within the talent profile, it will show a historical record of the results reviews that you've completed. So everyone who was an employee of MCW last fiscal year and completed a results review, that information would be housed right in that tab when I would click on that. Recognition is an opportunity for you to see different recognition notes you've received. We're going to go into actually what the recognition feature looks like in a few moments. But this is an area where you can see any recognition that you have received or any recognition notes that you've received from other individuals. So when you're completing your end of the year results review, or maybe even your mid-year check-in, and you just want to see what people have said throughout the year, you can come back right here, click on the View button to see what people have given for you, maybe copy and paste that into a comments box within the review form. Development is an area that will show any development activities that you have completed or that you would like to complete. One of the nice things to add here would be any of the HR programming that we have, some of the talent development courses, any seminars you've been to, conferences, things like that. This will give you an opportunity to track that. So if you're looking for that information, you don't have to go back and look all throughout your calendar to try to remember when that information was. It can all be right here. Even if there are things that you've done in the past that you'd like to have a record of, you can feel free to add them by clicking on the Add button. You'll create an activity, type in whatever the activity name was, then the status would be completed if you've done it in the past, and then the date that it started and ended, typically going to be the same date for start and end date. If it is something like crucial conversations or effective public speaking that occur over a series of days, then the start and end date would obviously be different. And once you click Save on that, if it's something that's happened in the past, it will show up in this Development History Summary area. Another area of interest would be the journal. Now, this is an area where you're able to add any entry on anything you'd like throughout the year. So perhaps this is a thought of something that you'd like to do in terms of a development activity. Perhaps it is something that you've already completed, or it's just a conversation you had with someone. Really, anything that you enter here is just for your eyes. Your leader cannot see what you write in your journal. We have the security set up that way. Even still, even though we have the security set up that way, I still recommend changing the visibility from employee, manager, and creator to just creator of this entry only. It's another level of security so that you're the only one who is ever going to see what you wrote in your journal. And you can make it whatever you'd like. So like I said, if it's a conversation you've had and you just want to document that this is what we talked about, you can certainly do that. If it's an activity that you participated in, you can certainly do that. If it's a note that you got from someone, you can certainly add that as a journal entry as well. Now, your leader does have an opportunity to be able to add journal entries about you, and if he or she does, those entries would be listed right here. So anything that the leader might put on your journal, like, hey, you know, this person did a really good job on facilitating that program today, or they did a very nice job of orienting their newest team member, and they just want to put that in your journal, they can absolutely do that, and that would show up right here in the leader entries. Now, the last piece of the talent profile is the career plan. And basically this is for you, just an opportunity for you to fill out some information, and then eventually once Emerge gets opened up even more and we start utilizing more and more of the functionality, this could be an opportunity for someone in a leadership role to look for individuals who have certain strengths or have functions that they've done before, jobs that they'd like to do. And the leaders could search and you could be found and then have a new opportunity at MCW. So just a couple of questions. What do you consider your key strengths? What opportunities would be key to your development? And then jobs or functions where you've been most successful and what you've been most passionate about. again, just as a record for those types of things for you, and then ultimately, once we do start utilizing the system even more, potentially to be found for another opportunity here at MCW. And that's all about the talent profile and everything that you can do with the talent profile. And we're going to go back to the home page and explore some more of those quick links in the quick links widget. I mentioned the journal and that you can go through the talent profile to review journal entries or make journal entries. You can also add a journal entry simply by clicking on journal right through the quick links. And again, you would go through and have a description there, just a title. And then, like I said, again, you change the visibility to creator of this entry only, so you're even more assured that you're the only one that's able to see it. Category, if it's an accomplishment, maybe there's something that you want to develop further, maybe there was a coaching opportunity, and then type in whatever notes you'd like. You'll notice that any of the text boxes that come up, you'll have a save opportunity. That will save it obviously in your journal. You could cancel and then just erase everything. You also have the opportunity to spell check. Just about every box that comes up where you can type something into it within the system allows for the spell check, so you can make sure you don't have any spelling errors as you're entering your journal or doing a recognition note to someone. So that's all about the journal. When you save that, then to view whatever journal entry you've made, that's when you would go into your talent profile, then click on journal and view that. I'm going to skip over goals and results reviews and come back to those in a second. I actually want to touch on recognition first. So in the quick links widget, if you click on the recognition box, this gives you an opportunity to either view the recognition notes that you've received, just like we did when we were in the talent profile, or you can actually send a recognition note. And this feature is one that we really are encouraging individuals to utilize, more so than they have before. It's probably something that individuals might not have even known existed. If there's ever an opportunity for you to recognize coworker, somebody that's on your team, somebody that you just met that is on a different team in another part of the institution, this is a great opportunity for you to provide that recognition. So you can select any person in the entire institution to send a recognition note to. So you would select the employee, you could select multiple employees. The category is either recognition or just a general sort of thing. You'll type in a subject and then whatever you observed. So, Lynn, great job with that patient today. I really appreciated how compassionate you were, and it really made me reflect on what I do and what I bring to the table. Something like that. However small or big you want to make it, when you send the recognition note and you click send down here on the bottom right, what will happen is that employee, that individual, so Lynn in this instance, in this example, would receive an email stating that she got a recognition note from you. Her leader would also be copied on that email. So not only does Lynn know that she was recognized, but her leader does as well. And that's really a powerful thing that can happen when individuals are going through and doing their daily work. Sometimes we forget how important our work is, and just receiving that recognition note or sending it to someone can really make their day. Again, this shows up to 5 tasks that need to be completed. If you do have more than 5, then you'd want to click on Task List to be able to see all of the tasks you need to complete. There is one more widget that leaders will see on their dashboard that individual contributors don't see. So you don't see it here. It's called Status of Active Processes. I'm going to bring up a screen and show you what that looks like. Thank you for watching this video demonstration on the eMERGE system and the dashboard. We hope that you found it beneficial and informative. If you do have any questions about eMERGE or anything else talent development related, please contact the talent development team. We're definitely always open to hearing questions and comments, any ideas on further development activities that we can provide for individuals or resources. Definitely want to hear those as well. So anything that you need related to eMERGE or talent development, please contact us. And we hope that you join us in the future for additional video demonstrations and podcasts on not only eMERGE, but the different talent development topics we have. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.